Hi everybody, Rolos Girl here, but you can call me Becca. Today is the first video of the rebuild of every lot in The Sims. I'm excited. I recorded it and it took about an hour and a half in real time, so you'll be pleased that I sped it up, trust me. I will probably reiterate in every single video, I am not a Sims 4 builder. I find it difficult. I always have found it difficult, but since learning some new things and streaming on Twitch, which you can find here, I'm sure, I've learned lots of new things, and it's made me excited to actually build lots rather than just general gameplay and making the characters in Sims, which is what I mostly do. So we're going to start, and we're starting with Willow Creek, and we're starting in the little neighbourhood of Foundry Cove. So let's have a look. We are starting with this one, Streamlit Single. Here it is before. Bit bog standard, you know. I'm not sure what the green is all about. I really don't like the green colour for some reason. So yeah, had to fix that definitely. And I don't like the way that they have different shaped roofs. I find that really weird. So we're going to change that as well. We've changed up the layout. So I wanted to keep the essence of the building. So, you know, we've still got that one double bedroom, small toilet, small kitchen. We've made it into more of a galley kitchen, which you see in England. I'm not sure if you see that in other parts of the world as well. Probably. I imagine you do, but you might just call it something different. So yeah, we're just starting out by moving the roofs there. I like it when the roofs kind of overlap a little bit of the building, so we made sure to do that. And I used the red brick because that's something that we mostly build with in the UK. And I think it just creates a nice contrast, and hopefully I'll try and stick to that for the whole neighbourhood as well. Had a hard time choosing a roof though. I always find it hard to pick what roof I like. I really enjoyed the red brick and the brown roof with the white details. I think it was a really nice contrast. I tried to then incorporate that into the rest of the details on the front there. Really wasn't happy with that. I changed it up a couple of times, you'll see. I just wanted something basic for the top border there, and I like things to be symmetrical. Not sure if you guys are the same. Maybe that's why most of my builds are really bog standard. So I changed it up a little bit because it just didn't feel right to have those two pillars together at one side. And I really like the idea of having that little window, like an attic, even though it wasn't really an attic, or a loft as we call them in the UK. Really enjoyed putting that there, and I like the fact that it's round as well. It makes me really happy. Not sure why. And obviously with the white as well. So yeah, that was the front. I really like the fact that the pillars have the red brick as well. I found that really pleasing. I wanted a big door to start with, and then I thought, actually, I'm not sure elsewhere, but in the UK we really don't have massive doors at the front of our house, especially if it's like a starter house. So I stuck with the single door there, just to keep it in tune with the aesthetic of the whole build. These doors, I couldn't get them right, and it was really bugging me. But the internal doors, when you have it on the middle height setting for the walls, you don't really have any internal doors. I don't know why. Like, is that a thing? Do you just not have internal doors? I don't know. So yeah, I really wasn't happy with the internal doors, but the external doors were really nice. I liked those. And I like the idea of having that little raised patio, which is something that we have a lot in the UK as well. Or we usually have like decking or something like that. So that was really nice to incorporate in the build. And I also wanted to fence it off because, you know, we don't very often have like open back gardens. So yeah, it was nice to fence it off a little bit and just create that little private area. Now the window. The windows were so hard. I couldn't find a good window. I was like, do I want shutters? Do I not? Do I want a big one? Do I want a small one? Do I want a double one? And so in the end, we just went with this basic white panelled window instead. Then I tried to find a double just to put on the front there to mix it up a bit, but no luck. If you think that you would have preferred like a different type of window, do let me know in the comments, because then I can check it out next time. Oh, here we go, the door dilemma. They are internal doors for the lowest height setting for walls, but of course they look weird with the middle setting, so I had to change them again. But this time there was only one clear section rather than clear on either side, because I thought in reality you're not going to want clear doors into your bedroom and the bathroom. And I tried to stick with this really, you know, cream neutral palette because I really enjoy that. I don't like bright colours too much, especially if you're like renovating a house. It's best to kind of keep it quite a neutral palette. So I tried to do that with the floors and the walls. That's actually very similar to what I have in my kitchen at home. So it might be based on real life. Cabinets. I really enjoy placing cabinets in The Sims. I don't know why though, it's very strange. I wanted to create a galley kitchen, so that sort of, you know, walkway shape, and it's quite a small space, because I figured if it's just a single person household or a single couple household, then, you know, you don't very often have a humongous kitchen. So I tried to kind of stick to the small build aspect. Oh, and I had a right mare trying to place all these cabinets because they just wouldn't fit. And it was really bugging me, because I've learned to use the placing free object thing, and often it works. And then sometimes you come across an object and it doesn't work. It's so annoying. But yeah, the wall cabinets were a bit of a mare to get on there. I think I came to a reasonable conclusion in the end. The move objects cheat came in very handy. I really enjoy how the cabinet matches the bottom cabinets as well. I think that's really nice, especially in the UK. We do that a lot, so all of our kitchen cabinets will match. And I love using the different types of cabinet as well with the auto counters off, because it means you get different shapes and sizes, and you get to have the nice little details of the cups and the plates and the stacks and things. Cluttering up the kitchen, that's my favourite part, you'll probably notice. However, I still haven't mastered the free placement of things on counters. I tried to here, you can see I'm trying to place it, and it's just not letting me. I do end up giving up and just going, it's fine. It's fine. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that today. But I mean, I think it worked out anyway. Always got to have that fire alarm. Safety first. And a bin, obviously. I was really happy with the kitchen, actually. And a little bit of plant, you know, a bit of foliage. Why not? You've got to do that. Once I learn how to actually place things properly and freely, and hopefully my clutter game will increase exponentially. At the moment, this is as good as it gets. But cluttering is my favourite thing, because I just think it makes the space complete, and I think it gives a sense of real life to it, which is really nice. So you've got the knife block there, and the cutlery, and the dish drainer, kitchen roll, everything like that, sort of where you would find it in an everyday kitchen, which I thought was really nice. And the pans there as well, I really like that. I was trying to remember where to find it. In the end, I remembered it's a wall decor. It took me a fair 15 minutes to find that. Oh, and I really like that love heart. So I needed to place that in there somewhere. Really enjoy that. You've got to have some food art in the kitchen. It's got to happen, isn't it? The kitchen was really fun to build. I really enjoyed that. I just wanted a rug, and I couldn't quite get the right shape of rug. That was really nice, but it was just that bit too wide. I ended up leaving it anyway, because I really liked it. And I felt like it tied the kitchen together really well. You can see there, I'm just trying to find something to put in that corner. And I thought a plant was a good option just to finish it off. So yeah, that was really good. I really enjoyed building that kitchen and cluttering it up afterwards. So yeah, now we're on to the living room. And it's a living room / dining room. That was really fun. So putting the TV on the fireplace was something that I saw from one of the other Sims streamers, that Sims chick. She does that on some of her builds. You know, I always think you have to compromise. Either you have a TV on the wall, or as a focal point, or you have a fireplace. You can never really have both. But, you know, she showed us how to use that cheat so that we could do both. So I was really happy with that. Sofas really annoy me in The Sims, because there are some beautiful sofas and some really nice sets, but the colours, they're just what are the colours? I just wanted a neutral palette, and all of the sofas that I really liked were just bright blue or purple, so that was a bit annoying. But I felt like we found a good compromise. Looks a bit like an old Chesterfield set, which is that leather or faux leather material, so that was really nice. I really wanted to incorporate that rug somewhere, and I couldn't find anywhere to put it, so that was annoying. And I really wanted just a rug to bring it all together, and I couldn't seem to find one that kind of tied it all in. That was the best we got with that one. And I really wanted the real hard oak furniture, so I tried to find some that were that kind of colour. That colour's easy to match with other pieces of furniture, so that was nice, because it meant that I could find, you know, coffee tables or dining tables and things like that to tie the room in together, rather than having a mismatch of furniture, because that's what I would do in real life. So I thought, why not, we'll try that. I really wanted one of the square coffee tables, but it wasn't happening, so had to give up and get an oak coffee table instead. Oh, I really like that set of pictures, but not as much as that set of pictures. I thought, you know, if it's a young couple or a young person living there on their own, they're probably going to have travel pictures and stuff up on the wall. That was the idea behind that pic. The dining table dilemma. I could not figure out where to put this dining table. It just didn't seem right anywhere. And then I couldn't find a chair to go with it. So long spent just trying to find a decent chair to go with it. That one did in the end. It, you know, the wood matched nicely and it was a neutral palette on the seat, so it wasn't too bad. I couldn't find a rug that I liked to go underneath it, and then it didn't fit there, and then I moved it and it wasn't good. You can see I'm trying to find a rug to go with it and I couldn't find anything. But I was pretty happy with that in the end. Probably still could have been better. Maybe if it wasn't such a square space, it would have been better. Maybe an L shape or a rectangle. So then I decided with this empty space, because they haven't got 2 rooms, they wouldn't have space for a study area. So I thought, well, this space here is ideal really to have kind of a bookcase and a desk and a chair and files and things like that, just to make it look like a bit of a home office type area, especially with everything going on right now. Everyone's working from home, aren't they? It was ideal, really. That was a recent find. The stack of paperwork was a recent find in the clutter, and I use it in pretty much every build now. And then I tried to stack these boxes here just to make it look like perhaps they'd brought work home with them, and some clutter on there as well. Cluttering is my favourite thing to do. Once I've got everything in place, I love to just put loads of random crap everywhere just to make it look lived in. My favourite thing. And you've got to have candles, haven't you? You've got to have candles everywhere. I like a good candle. And then I was debating whether to put a coat rack or an umbrella stand, so we went with an umbrella stand in the end. And I was just looking for more clutter basically, just to see if I could find anything that would kind of go in the study area or the dining room area or the living room area, just to tie it all together, make it look really lived in, really loved. Oh, I think I was looking for shelves or something because it felt a bit empty, that space, and I didn't really want pictures. You know, not everyone has pictures everywhere. So in the end, I was trying out different things and nothing really fit. They're nice keyframes, they were really nice. So I thought they'd go by the front door. In the end, I was looking for a specific shelf. There we go, there it is. And I just scaled it down a little bit. But yeah, I felt that really fit nicely there. And of course the thermostat. You've got to have the thermostat there, haven't you? And the rug, the welcome mat, just to wipe your feet on the way in and out. Curtains. Now, curtains is something I always forget to do. And it's only recently that I thought, well, if you were living in a real house, you have curtains everywhere, don't you? Every window you have, there's a curtain. So I don't know why I've always forgotten to add curtains. It was really strange. But then I couldn't find one the right size, apart from these. And to be honest, they match really nicely anyway, so it wasn't too much of a bother, really, because they've still got that neutral kind of oatmeal colour. But trying to find curtains to match these French doors here, so they go into the floor a little bit, but if you don't tell anyone, I won't either. Could not find one to fit. Again, because it's on that middle wall height setting, it's just not great, is it? I really like the roll down blind, so I just scaled it down and put it in the kitchen. I thought that was a really nice touch. And then I was trying to find something, anything, to go on these doors, just on that space where the glass is, because I didn't want to leave it open, basically. And I just thought to myself, well, what would I have there if it was in my actual house? And I thought, well, I might have like a roll down blind or a voile. So I was just trying to find something that fit nicely, basically. Oh, this one's from the Solani pack. That's a really, really nice foil curtain. So I thought that was a really nice one for the bedroom. And then a pull down blind for the bathroom. Oh, I love those curtains. They look really fancy without actually having much to them. And they fit the colour scheme again really well. And I wanted a lighter wood in the bedroom. And so we used a lot of furniture from, I can never say it, Mount Komorebi? I don't know. The new one, you know. That one. That's got some really, really nice furniture in it, and it's got some really nice colour palettes, so I enjoyed using that. I was trying to get the placement of the mirror just right, because I don't like how it sort of automatically goes into the corner, but I didn't want it straight either, so that was a tricky one. And then I wanted some shelves, some like really random shelves up on the wall, and I thought they would fit really well. And then they've got some little pops of colour as well. And I was trying to see if I could fit like another unit underneath, but nothing really went with the aesthetic of the room, so didn't end up doing that. Trying to find some pictures as well to go there, just to liven it up a little bit, add a little pop of colour. I ended up going with these kind of landscape oil paintings, which are really nice. Just added a sort of calm serenity to the room. And of course some foliage. You need foliage, don't you? And I wanted to just add that little light in there, just to make it a bit of a feature. I thought that was a really cool idea. And of course the rug. I got it in there. I got it in, guys. I was so happy with myself. I was like, yes, I did it. I wanted that rug in the house somewhere and I did it. Okay, so with the walls in the bathroom, I don't like a full room with tile. I think it looks really awful. So I was trying to make it so that most of the walls, except for the wall the shower was on, had kind of paint rather than tile. And I think it worked out okay. I just had a bit of trouble kind of placing everything and fitting it in. And you've got to remember that toilet roll. You've got to remember the toilet roll in there. There we go. So I kind of just did those two sections of wall where the shower is, just because you wouldn't have necessarily the whole bathroom in tile, but you also wouldn't have it all in paint. Yeah, it was a bit of a tricky one. And I like putting, again, with the clutter. Clutter is my favourite thing. I just like to layer it up a little bit. Make sure that, you know, you've got your towels in there and your toilet roll and cabinets and things like that. We're about to use my favourite pictures, my favourite set of pictures in The Sims 4 at the moment. I just love the colours on these. And the white and green I use a lot. So I'm sure you'll see them in a lot of my builds. I just like putting them together like that. I think it looks really nice and I think it creates a nice little feature. And of course you've got to put your dressing gown on there, haven't you? And then I remembered that I hadn't put lights in, so I had to go back round and put all the lights in. I just need to reiterate, I'm not a builder, okay? This is number one of many to completely redo every lot in The Sims 4. Now the garden I was really pleased with because I felt like I'd done a really good job of bringing a bit of the UK to a garden. We tend to have like little flower borders with some shrubs and things like that. You know, little bird bath and slabs on the or decking. So I felt like I was quite happy. I felt like I did a good job here. And we always have like a parasol table. And of course you got to get those solar lights out there, haven't you? Ready for the summer so you can have some people over. And I was trying to place them just nicely in the border there. I was really happy with that. Most houses have kind of a feature for birds, if it's a bird box or a bird house or a bird bath, bird feeder, and of course some little garden ornaments. You gotta have your garden ornaments in there, haven't you? I couldn't quite think of what else to put in. And then I was looking for the hose because there's like a hose pipe in one of the clutter areas, and I just couldn't think what to put in this corner. I wanted to put like potted plants and I couldn't find the right ones. And then I found these ones and they fit really nicely just in that corner there. So I was really happy with that. Just cleaning up the border edge there so there's soil inside the border. Oh, and of course those outside equipment to help with the upkeep of the garden. I was really, really pleased that I found those. And there's the hose pipe because, you know, if you've got an outside tap, you've got to have a hose pipe. And I thought those security cameras were a good shout as well. You know, especially if you're living on a kind of estate area. I was just trying to bring a bit more of the sort of real life aspect, I suppose, to the build. And I really liked these little plants in the border at the front, just to make it a bit, you know, a bit more lively and a bit more aesthetically pleasing on the front. And I swapped out the letterbox because that's just a little bit more sort of UK. And, well, we had a fire, so we had to have a chimney, didn't we? And that's it. That's the finished build. I was really, really pleased with that. And I think it looks really nice as well, once it all came together. Obviously the grass doesn't match, but, you know, we'll get there. We'll fix that. So yeah, I was really, really pleased with it. And I think the aesthetic from far away is really, really nice. So hopefully I'll manage to get, you know, the rest of the builds in Foundry Cove looking the same. We're going to try and stick to that kind of brick and white aesthetic for the exterior. Hopefully you'll join me for the next videos. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you there. I think there's only a few more in Foundry Cove and then we'll move on to one of the other neighbourhoods and we might have a different aesthetic feel for them as well. So I'll have some brainstorms and think what would look better in some of the other neighbourhoods. But for now, stay safe and I hope you're all taking care. Squishy hugs from me to you and I will see you all soon. Bye!